Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and I hope you join me for the next part in my Avengers Endgame Countdown as we focus on the original Thor. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos daily. You can also find me over Twitter and Instagram at Movie Guy 365. So yes, the next movie in our Avengers Endgame Countdown is going to be Kenneth Branagh's Thor, which of course is available in Blu-ray. And I have to admit that the slipcover available through Best Buy, not the best, but I did enjoy the back cover a lot. So, you know, Journey into Mystery, honestly, that should have been the front cover. That would have been kind of cool. But it is also available and is the first Marvel movie to be produced in a 3D format. So I've only seen Thor in 2D up until a certain point in time. I do enjoy the 2D image very much. Actually, it's a beautiful looking picture. So the first time I ever saw Thor in 3D was when the original Avengers came out and they were doing a Marvel movie marathon, and they had Thor, you know, Captain America, the first Avenger, and Avengers in 3D. I thought it looked really, really good. So I definitely wanted to get my hands on the 3D disc. Eventually I did. Had it imported, as you could see. But I enjoy the 3D. It's a very immersive disc. It's a beautiful looking picture as far as that goes. You know, you get a lot going on with the 3D. So overall, I would say in this case, I kind of alternate between the two. I go from 2D to 3D whenever I view. So, you know, one time I'll go one or the other. But yeah, overall, it's a great looking disc. So let me talk a little bit about the movie. I'm one of the few people that really enjoyed Kenneth Branagh's Thor. I love Kenneth Branagh as a director. I thought he had a good style to the original Thor, which they, of course, went completely the other way with Thor: The Dark World, which we will get to shortly. But yes, I do love Thor. I thought, you know, the Warriors 3, I felt could have been used a lot more. Lady Sif, who stole, you know, big crush. Definitely one of her better roles in this one. She has a great presence. I hope we do see more of her, actually. And as according to Disney streaming rumor that we might be getting a Lady Sif series, which I would be 100% on board with. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, it tells that story of Thor, you know, being kind of too big for, you know, his power and that kind of thing. And then Odin sends him to Earth and that kind of thing. And of course we get Loki, played wonderfully by Tom Hiddleston, who is one of our premier anti-hero / bad guys in the MCU. There's honestly, there is a lot to like about this. I can understand some of the criticisms, but I feel that they don't outweigh the overall scope of the story. Now, I will say, I don't particularly like the final fight scene between Thor and the Destroyer. It's way too brief. I don't think they did a proper job establishing the Destroyer as a real threat. And then he's kind of more or less casually dispatched once Thor regains his abilities. You know, that's really my personal biggest criticism. But there's a lot to love about this movie. You know, of course, we get our great Stan Lee cameo. We get that great, you know, scene where everybody's trying to lift Thor's hammer. S.H.I.E.L.D.'s involvement, of course. But, you know, I do stand by it. I mean, Chris Hemsworth is obviously very green in the role. But I think he handles himself very well. And, of course, one of the things I love so much about Thor is, honestly, the score. I think that score is just criminally underappreciated. You know, of course, we even get it towards the end of Ragnarok, which I'll touch on when we get to that one. But, you know, just that epic score from, you know, from the movie, it's good. It really is good. I enjoy this movie a lot, and I go back to it constantly. You know, it is a fun movie, and of course, Chris Hemsworth. You know, as I said, he's good in the role. Obviously, very green in the beginning, but you know, now that we've seen him in things like Ragnarok and of course the Avengers, he's really grown into the role, honestly, and I love it. I mean, Anthony Hopkins is Odin, just epic. Lot of just great costuming, and you know, I do feel that it is a good balance also between Asgard and Earth. maybe I would have shifted a little bit more towards Asgard personally. And as I said, you know, there's a couple Easter eggs here and there. And I think the fight scene with the Destroyer is definitely the weakest. I did say that. But it's cool. It's still a cool movie. I love going back to it. And of course we got that great line that, you know, Coulson says about, oh, is this one of Stark's? You know, when the Destroyer shows up. I don't know, I just like it. I geek out about this movie a lot. You know, it's just a lot of fun. So yeah, leave in the comments below, what did you think of Thor? Are you a fan? I know this one gets kind of like almost forgotten or, you know, disregarded a little bit. And I don't think it should, because it's got a lot going for it. It really, really does. So let me know in the comments what you thought. And in the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos daily. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.